Shakur Stevenson never asked for 50-50. He just petitioned for his mandatory. Oh, the miseducation. Let's talk.
Straighter, not roundhouse right hand.
And that's what we've been talking about, the straight shot. The one where he gets leverage on it.
I don't want to kill
Pull
somebody
back
for
a
a
little
few
bit.
seconds.
Nah, I want a body on my record.
Now, I want to see you fight motherfuckers. I do. All right, I'm with you. I'm with you. As long as you're trying to fight the great, the best competition.
My brother, no evidence. One of my homies, diehard Tank fan. Still my homie. Although he be glazing. He be glazing Tank so hard, bro. But that's my homie, though. I ain't gonna shit up my brother. That's my homie. It's like, bro, like, come on, yo. Y'all gotta see what's going on. But whatever. So my brother says to me, I never heard Shakur say 50-50 or no fight. He petitioned for his mandatory. That's not 50-50. My brother, no evidence. You are correct. His mandatory is not 50-50. His mandatory was 30%. That was his mandatory. 30%. 30%. So when you say you never heard him say 50-50 or no fight, what's the real offer that he was asking for? Because when you say he petitioned for his mandatory, the mandatory split is 30% for one belt. 30% for one belt. I love how you guys can try to move the goalposts to try to protect or whatever it is you guys are doing when it comes to Shakur Stevenson. I'm not sure what it is that you guys are doing. But Shakur can drop his belt and become Tank Davis's mandatory. Are you going to have the same energy? Or are you guys going to start telling me, oh no, it's different. Tank's not a boxer. He's Jordan. He's Jordan of boxing. He's LeBron of boxing. He's Jesus H. Christ of boxing. So there's different rules for him. Is that what you guys are going to tell me? If Shakur becomes Tank's mandatory and says, I want more, let me go to the WBA and say, hey, WBA, give me more. The WBC said 50-50. That's what Shakur Stevenson said out of his own mouth. He said he petitioned the WBC. The WBC said 50-50. So if Shakur becomes Gervonta Tank Davis's mandatory and then goes to the WBA and says, hey, I'm Shakur Twitterson. I'm Shakur Twitterson Sanchez. I deserve 50-50. And the WBA says, sure, Shakur Sanchez. Here's 50-50. Are you guys going to tell me, all you Tank fans are going to say, hey, Tank, hey, man, he petitioned. He petitioned. Is that what you're going to tell me? I mean, you can sit right here. You see me. You're not going to say that. You'll write something else in the comments, but you're not going to say that. You guys are highly, highly miseducated. Highly miseducated. Shakur Stevenson could have easily asked for 30%. He did not ask for 30% at all. He did not negotiate at all. He went to the WBC. That's where he went. He did not say, hey, wait a minute. The percentage split is 30%. So let me get 30%. Let me get that. See, the reason why he didn't go to say he won 30% with Devin, because the 30% that Devin was giving him would have been less than what Devin gave him. Yeah, let me break that down. Devin gave him 25% of everything. Everything. I know you guys don't know the business of boxing, so it's all good. But if you knew the business of boxing, then you would know that there's a percentage splits of purses. Those purses already have the icing taken off the top of the cake. Before they come back to the boxers and tell the boxers what they're giving them, the icing's off the cake already. Yeah, see, the networks give them the cake with the icing on it, all the toppings and sprinkles and all that. And then the promoters and managers and whoever that's sitting there, they swipe all the icing and sprinkles off the top. So then they come back and just give you just a straight cake. That's it, a straight cake. And they're getting their cut out of that cake too, because you're not in the room to know what's going on, which is why people will say, oh, I know what. No, you don't know what's going on in the room because you're not in the room. You know what someone who was in the room told you. That's what you know. Whoever was in the room, when they had their powwow after the people that was given the money, those people were given the money, they left. Well, the people that was in the room remained there and said, well, how much are we taking off the top? So then they're all in agreement that they're going to take X amount of dollars off the top. They're going to take the icing off the top. They're all in agreement. So then when they all come out and tell you, the people who's not in the room, hey, we got this amount. Then you can say, I know what's going on in there, man. I know the whole. No, you don't. No, you don't. Why would you? You would be in the room if you knew the numbers. You know what someone tells you. Now, what Devin was giving this man was 25% of everything, which is what the networks were given. Devin was given 25% of that. It's a bigger number than this man asking for 30% of the cake with no icing. That's why he didn't ask for no number. Yeah, that's why he said, give me a real offer. That's why he went to the WBC for 50-50. Doesn't matter if you, oh, I never heard him say that. I never heard him say that. I heard him. I heard him say that. I heard him say 50-50. I heard him say, when Gillian them asked him, well, what's the split? What did WBC say? He said 50-50. See, you guys think that Shakur went to the WBC and said, hey, give me a different number? Is that what you guys think? Are you guys that naive? Are you that naive to think that a boxer any boxer is going to go to the sanctioning body and say, hey, give me a different number? Because the sanctioning body is going to say, what number do you want? And what's your justification for it? That's what they're going to say. And then they're going to do their research. And depending on how much money you put in their pockets, they'll agree or disagree. But they're not just going to just sit there and just say, hey, after looking at, Shakur Twitterson, Sanchez, and how many tweets he dropped, I think he deserves 50-50. No, bro, it don't work that way. You have to present them with something. And then they take what you presented and they vet it. Do you get this or do you not get this? They already have numbers. Their numbers are 30% for the mandatory. 30%. If you want something more than 30%, you have to tell them what you want and why you believe you should get it. And then it's on the committee to take your number of what you want and then have a conversation amongst each other and vote on whether or not you're going to get what you want or not. That's how that works. They don't just arbitrarily make numbers up, bro. They don't make numbers. They don't just say, oh, well, after looking at all this, and the fact that he wears Drop as a Bum Retro 1s and Devin doesn't, I think he deserves 50. That's not how it works, bro. These guys got day jobs. They ain't worried about this shit. Okay, so you think you should get 50-50. Why? Now it's on Shakur or his team to tell them why he should get 50-50. Explain to them why he should get that. It's on his team to do that. You don't remember when they went when Terrence Crawford's team went and petitioned the WBC to become Errol Spence's mandatory? You don't remember that? And they said, oh, well, these petitions normally come from a promoter. You have to be a promoter. Are you a promoter? And he was like, I speak on behalf of Budrick. You don't remember that? I remember that. Yeah. So what's your petition? Your petition. What you're saying he petitioned for his mandatory. What did he petition for? Because the mandatory split was already 30%. He could have asked for 30%. He did not have to petition to nobody. He could have told Devin, no, I'm the mandatory. Give me 30%. I want my percentage. That's all he had to do. He did not. He went to the WBC for what? What did he go to WBC for? Are you guys this dumb? I mean, not say that because it's my brother. Are you guys this much of haters that you choose to not see reality? In order to petition the WBC for something other than 30%, he has to present them what he's petitioning for. Because there is no need to petition for a mandatory when the mandatory comes with 30%. You don't need to petition for that. It's already the mandatory. It's already mandatory, bro. You don't need to petition for that. That's what it is. You could easily go to purse bid. And if you go to purse bid, then that's what it is. 30% for him, 70% for him. That's what it is. You go to the WBC to petition for a different number. A different number. The different number was 50-50. That's what he wanted. 50-50. That was the number he petitioned for. 50-50. If that's not the number, what did he petition for? He just went there to get his 30%. He didn't have to go to WBC for that at all. It was a mandatory. He could have said, I'm not taking nothing but 30%. Have you ever heard him say that? No, what you heard him say is, that shit dead. I went to the WBC and told them to do their job. Okay, if it was on the WBC to do their job was to say it's 30% for you. What did he petition for if it was not the 30%? What did he petition for? He went to the WBC for the WBC to give him more money. He wanted 50-50. This man is on record saying he's not going to be the B-side to nobody no more. We said that with Oscar Valdez. Well, Oscar Valdez was 3 fights before Devin Haney. That's what he said. Those are his words. I'm not going to be the B-side to nobody no more. Okay, so what you petitioned the WBC for? You're already the mandatory. I don't remember any other WBC champion petition the WBC for a different split. Except for Dillian White. Yeah. When Dillian White petitioned the WBC, Dillian White petitioned the WBC for 50-50. Yeah. He petitioned them for 50-50. A different number than the percentage split they were giving him. He petitioned for a different number. He could have just, hey man, look, I'm the mandatory, I want 30%. No, he went there and he petitioned for 50-50 with Tyson Fury. And the WBC took his petition, they took his paperwork, looked at his stuff, and saw that the bread that Tyson Fury was putting in their pockets and Bob Arum was putting in their pockets was more than the money that whoever was putting in his pockets for Dillian White. And they say, well, you know what? Now you're only getting 20%. You're not getting the 30% that you're supposed to get. Now you're getting 20% because you petitioned us and we need to take up this petition to vote on this. You're getting 20%. Bro, he could have just said, I just want 30%. Give my 30%. Give my 30%. So when he went there and petitioned for 50-50, they added up the numbers because you got to do something now. You got to petition for something. You got to petition for something. If you're not petitioning for something, then you're leaving it up to us. We don't give a damn about, we're highest bidders, bro. Whoever is going to give us the most money, we're going to side with them. Tyson Fury's team gave him the most money, they signed it with them. Dillian White got 20%. When it came to Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney wasn't worried about this nigga because Devin Haney didn't care about this man. There was one fight that Devin won, and I keep telling you this. It was Gervonta Tank Davis. Everybody else is just mandatories. You niggas glaze these guys like they're somebody. Devin don't look at them like they're somebody. I don't understand how many times I can tell you guys this. He don't look at none of these dudes like they're something. He only wanted to fight Gervonta Tank Davis. You guys look at Shakur like Shakur is this and Shakur is that. You guys look at Frank or Raymond Mortala or Keyshawn Davis or Abdullah Mason or whoever you look at. You guys look at them like they're this. You, me included, we look at them like they're something. Devin don't look at them like they're nothing. They're nothing, bro. They're nothing to him. We have this perception of, whoa, you got it. Devin's like, bro, I'm undisputed. I don't gotta do nothing for this dude. Here's your fight. You want to fight me? Okay, here's a flat fee. Oh, you don't want that? Here's a bigger flat fee. Oh, you don't want that? Well, here's 25%. I'm not going no higher than that. This is all you're getting. Now you could take this for your legacy and undisputed. You could do this. It's your biggest bag. Your biggest bag. You can take your biggest bag and undisputed at a shot at undisputed. Or not. It doesn't matter to me because I don't care about you. I don't care about you. You care about me. I don't care about you. So when this man went to the WBC, he went to the WBC for one belt. Devin was offering him all of them. He went for a split of one belt. So Devin said, okay, cool. You want one belt? Cool. Here you go. I'm leaving the division anyway, bro. You don't want undisputed. I don't give a damn about you. Cool. Go after one belt. Go ahead. I'm leaving the division. I done told you guys, if you want something, you'll go through me to get it. You're going around me, so forget. All right, cool. You're going around me. Cool. I'm out. Go around me. Go ahead. Take less money in a lower marquee fight. Take less money in a lower marquee for one belt. All because he wanted more money. Did not want the 30% that comes along with being a mandatory. He wanted more money. He never asked for the 30% for the WBC mandatory. He wanted more money. The 25% that Devin offered him was a blessing. It was a blessing. It wasn't a low ball. He didn't degrade the man at all. Nobody can sit here and tell me that it was a low ball offer when the man made less money to fight for the exact same belt. How did Devin lowball him if Shakur made less money to fight De Los Santos than he would have made to fight Devin Haney? That is not a lowball if you fought for less. No, what you did is lowball yourself. So when you say you never heard Shakur ask for 50-50, it's because, my brother, you're not as educated as you should be. But you would be if this was Tank Davis. Yeah, if this was Tank and Shakur, oh, you know every detail, every in, every out. You know it all if this was Tank Davis. But when it comes to Devin, you guys don't have the same energy. It's just all negativity. All negativity. There's nothing positive about nothing. Nothing. And Devin gave this man an opportunity. Did Tank give him an opportunity? Has Tank given him one? No. Your favorite fighter has not given him one. Your favorite fighter is fighting the guy that supposedly ducked Shakur Stevenson. He didn't, but whatever. Yeah, the guy that said, hey man, can I have a little bit more money to fight? You know, just like Shakur saying he wants 50-50, he wants more money to fight Devin. He wants more. But he won't fight Devin. But that's not a duck. But Frank Martin, who says, hey man, can I get a little bit more to fight you? And Shakur turns him down, that's a duck somehow. So is Shakur going to ask for a little bit more money to fight Tank? This is what you guys are so miseducated, bro. You're so misinformed. So misinformed. He petitioned the WBC for something other than 30% because he did not have to petition for 30%. It's already mandatory. All he had to do is say, okay, cool, let's go to purse bid. That's all he had to say. Let's go to purse bid. We don't got to do nothing. Let's just go to purse bid. And let's see. Top Rank can bid on it. DAZN can bid on it. 70-30 split. He did not even go to purse bid at all. At all. Oh, BF, that ain't his fault because Devin ran. That ain't his fault. Devin ran out the division. Shakur Stevenson had an offer. He had an offer. He didn't say, let's go to purse bid. He said, I'll wait for the WBC to tell me what I'm getting. Devin was undisputed and he didn't need Shakur Stevenson at all. He did not need him. The same way Terrence Crawford did not need Sergey Lipinets at all. Terrence Crawford was supposed to fight Sergey Lipinets. He was mandated, ordered to fight him. Terrence Crawford did not need him. He beat Julius Ndongo, and then he vacated the belt within a week. Within a week. Devin Haney was willing to fight this man, gave him an offer. The man turned it down. Yet, this is your comment. This is your comment. Never heard Shakur say 50-50 or no fight. He petitioned for his mandatory. That's not 50-50. It was already the mandatory. Before Devin fought Lomachenko, there was nothing to petition for. Nothing. He was already the mando. How are you petitioning for something that you already are? What he petitioned for was more money. That's what he petitioned for. He did not petition for his mandatory, of which he already was. Before Devin fought Lomachenko, Shakur was the mandatory for the winner. He was the mando for the winner. The WBC mandatory for the winner before Devin fought Lomachenko. He did not need to petition for anything. So what did he petition for? This is why I say you guys are just not educated, bro. You're really just not. He petitioned for more money. He was offered 25% of everything, which more likely would have ended up more than 30%. But whatever. Whatever. He turned that down because he wanted more. He petitioned the WBC for more money. He did not petition for a fight. He petitioned for more money. Devin gave him a fight. Gave him 3 offers. The only one y'all talk about is a 25%. But that's fine. No problem. Even if he gave him 1 offer, he gave him more than what anybody gave him. And that man turned it down. Because he wanted more money. He petitioned for more money. Not a fight, more money. There was no need to petition for a fight that you had an offer for. No, he petitioned for more money. And what was the more money? The more money was what he went to the WBC and asked for. He asked for this bread. And it was up to the WBC to take his ask, investigate it, and see if we can approve it or deny it. Nothing more, nothing less. BFTB, shout out to the mighty LDBC.